Welcome back, YouTube. This is Ricepaddy Reasons, and I am your Ricepaddy Daddy. Hey. So, welcome to part 3 of Why You're Not Manifesting. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when I drop a new video, and please, after you've watched the whole video, leave a comment so that I can know what you guys are thinking too. So what we've covered so far in this series is that, okay, reality is energy. Everything that you see is made up of energy, and energy affects other energy. And it's all energy that's vibrating at different frequencies. And when you think a thought, it affects the rest of reality, and it also changes reality. And when you think a thought, it has a specific frequency that attracts a like frequency. That could be a scenario that you have thought up in your brain, and that scenario is being attracted to you. Have you ever had a deja vu where you dreamt about something and then later on, sometimes even years later, you see that exact scene? That could be part of the law of attraction. There's no way to prove it, unfortunately. However, I would say that the people that practice the law of attraction and what they've been able to accomplish in their lives suggests to me that it's definitely something that you might want to think about. So we also covered your feelings matter when you think a thought, because just because you want something, if you don't think you're going to get it and you're feeling bad when you think about that, then you're not actually attracting what that thing is. Because if it's something that you want, it's supposed to make you feel good to think about it. So when you feel bad, you're not actually thinking about getting that thing. You're thinking about the lack of that thing that you want. And therefore, you are going to be manifesting the lack of what you want, which you already have. So yes, you have to pay attention to how you feel when you think a thought. And that's what I want to talk about today, and that has to do with belief. Now, belief can be a really big stretch, especially if you don't have all the things that you want in life. It's really hard to feel good about manifesting everything you want in life when you're so far away from it. That's too big of a leap for most of us to really believe that we're going to get what we want. That is why I teach you the third mental tool about not thinking about how. Don't worry about how. Focus on what's right in front of you. In other words, if you want to manifest something, manifest the next thing that you need in order to continue your journey. So here's what I do, is I make a list. Like sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly, I'll make a list of 10 things that I really, really want. Alright? Doesn't matter what they are. It really doesn't. Just 10 things that you want. And then rate on a scale of 1 to 10 of each one, what is your belief level that you are going to get it? Now, it could be big things, it could be small things, but this helps you put things into perspective as far as what your belief actually is that you're going to get this thing. Now, I might want to date a supermodel here in the West, all right? But my belief that that's actually going to happen, I have to admit, is fairly low. Now, if I put on that list, I want to make X amount of dollars extra this month over my regular income, then that's something that I know I can attain. That's something that I know I can accomplish. And so my belief level on that particular item is going to be a 10 because I know I can do that. So what you should do is you should focus your attention on the things that your belief level is probably about an 8 or higher. I would say 9 or a 10 ideally. And focus on those things that you really, really want, things that you don't have yet, but that you're absolutely sure that you're going to get. Like, focus on things like, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do to make myself into a better worker, a better salesman, somebody who is better at whatever it is that you do. So here's the question is that if you get everything you want in life, and you can look back on your life and say, well, I can look at it one of two ways. Did I get everything that I want in life because I manifested it? Or did I get everything that I wanted in life because I worked my butt off to get it? And my answer is that it doesn't matter. Because if you get everything that you want in life, who cares whether it was manifested or whether you earned it? Because to me, they're pretty much the same thing. I mean, I'm not one of these new age weirdos that thinks that the law of attraction is there to just make things go poof. A Ferrari just appeared in my driveway. I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen that way. However, in my own life, when I'm thinking the right way, good things just seem to happen for me as if by magic. Let me give you an example. I wanted to ride a motorcycle. As a matter of fact, I wanted to ride a very specific motorcycle. I wanted to ride a Harley Davidson Sportster 883 XXL. And it was the same motorcycle that Fonzie rode in Happy Days. That's an old TV show. A lot of you guys are probably too young for that. But I loved watching Fonzie, and I thought he was the coolest guy on the planet, and I wanted to be Fonzie. Who didn't want to be Fonzie that watched that show? But I wanted to ride that motorcycle. That is the motorcycle that I have always wanted. And I started seeing it everywhere. In other words, I started attracting more thoughts about it. Was I seeing more of that motorcycle around because I was just noticing them more? Were they already there? Or was that a form of manifestation? I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. But I started to see them all the time, which made me think about it even more. And I didn't know how I was gonna get it, but I knew that somehow I was gonna ride one of those motorcycles. And the next thing you know, I get a phone call from my aunt saying that there was a mutual fund that had been in my name that my grandmother had set up for me that nobody knew about, and that they had just found it while going through her estate. And I found myself with about $7,000. I was just like, wow, I can buy I could buy a used motorcycle with that much money. Now, usually a brand new Sportster is going to cost a lot more than what I had, but it didn't matter. I knew that somebody was going to give me the deal that I was looking for. And what do you know? The father of a friend gave me a call and said, hey, I hear that you are in the market for a motorcycle. And I said, why, yes, I am. And I said, what are you selling? Oh, it's a 2005 Harley Sportster 883 XXL. What do you know? So I said, how much do you want for it? He said, well, my trade-in value's this much. I could probably sell it for this much. You're a friend of the family. Why don't we say $3,500? And I dropped the cash for that motorcycle, and it's sitting in my garage right now. Now, was that luck? Was that manifestation? Who cares? I got my motorcycle. But that is the point that I'm trying to make for you guys, okay? I'm not saying that I deserved that motorcycle. I just really wanted that motorcycle, and it felt amazing for me to think about that motorcycle. And so therefore, I started feeling good all the time, every time I would think about riding that motorcycle. And what do you know? Everything that I needed to acquire that motorcycle just kind of appeared. Now, I didn't. Now, obviously, my the mutual fund that my grandmother had set up for me was done in the past. Now, I don't know how the law of attraction works over like space and time, but hey, it showed up at exactly the time that I needed it. And I don't know about you, whether it was manifesting or not, I thought that was a pretty cool situation. So now, It doesn't matter whether you believe in the law of attraction or not. I believe that if you operate as though you do believe it and think positive thoughts, feel good about them, be focused on your purpose and believe in what you're doing and believe that what you want is going to come to you, then you are going to live your life with the right attitude and you're going to accomplish things. And whether you accomplish things or you manifest things, I don't think that it matters at all. Because what's important is you getting everything that you want in life to live your best life. So do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. And if you guys have any questions for me about the law of attraction and how to think the right way, that is what my channel's all about, is getting you guys to think and see things differently so that you can live your life differently. I'm available by email all the time at ricepaddyreasons@gmail.com. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Passports up. You guys keep growing and deserve your victory.